All right, we're continuing now with The Impersonal Life by Joseph Benner. Chapter 13 is called Authority. In the description below, there will be links to other things that I'm either reading or have read, including my narration of my D&D fantasy novels, if you're interested. They'll all be in the description below. All right, Chapter 13, Authority. To you who still feel the desire to read books, thinking in them to find an explanation of the mysteries that now hide from you the meaning of the earthly expression of my idea, I say, it is well that you seek thus outwardly, following the impulses I send. For others' interpretations of the meaning my idea is expressing through them, for I will make that search to be of benefit to you, though not in the way you imagine. It is even well for you to seek in ancient teachings, philosophies, and religions, or in those of other races and other peoples. For the truth I wish to express to you, for even that search will prove profitable. But the time will come when you will realize that the thoughts of other minds and the teachings of other religions, no matter how true and beautiful, are not what I intend for you. For I have reserved for you thoughts and teachings which are yours and yours only, and which I will give to you in secret when you are ready to receive them. When the time comes, as it inevitably will, that you become dissatisfied in your search among the teachings of the various religions, philosophies, and cults that now are interesting you, and you grow discouraged at finding yourself no nearer to the attainment of the powers and spiritual growth so authoritatively described and supposedly possessed by the writers of the books, the teachers of the philosophies, and the promulgators of the religions, then will I show you that while all these books, teachings, and religions were originally inspired by me and have done and are still doing their part in quickening the hearts of many, yet for you it is now meant that you cease looking to any outer authority and instead confine your study to my book of life, guided and instructed by me within, by me alone. If you earnestly and truly do this, you will find that I have chosen you to be the high priest of a religion, the glory and grandeur of which will be to all others that have been pictured to your former understanding, as the light of the sun is to the twinkle of the far distant star. You will likewise realize that the ancient religions were given to my peoples of long ages past, and that the religions of other races are for my peoples of those races, and that none of these are for you, even though I brought them to you and pointed out many wondrous things in them that inspired you to a more determined search for me within their teachings. I say to you, these are things of the past and have naught to do with you. The time has arrived, if you see it, when you must cast aside all accumulated knowledge, all teachings, all religions, all authority, even my authority as expressed in this and my other outer revelations, for I have quickened you to the consciousness of my presence within, to the fact that all authority, teachings, and religions coming from any outer source, no matter how lofty or sacred, can no longer have any influence with you, except as they become a means of turning you within to me for my final authority on all questions of whatsoever nature. Wow, that was a long sentence. Okay. Therefore, why seek in the things of the past in religion, human knowledge, or in others' experiences for the help and guidance which I alone can give? Forget all that has gone before. That which is past is dead. Why burden your soul with dead things? Just to the extent you hold to things that are past, do you still live in the past and can have naught to do with me, who dwell in the ever-present now, the eternal. Just to the extent you attach yourself to past acts or experiences, religions, or teachings, do they cloud your soul vision, hiding me from you. They will never prevent your finding me until you free yourself of their darkening influence and step within. They will ever prevent They will ever prevent your finding me until you free yourself of the darkening influence and step within into the light of my impersonal consciousness, which recognizes no limitations and penetrates to the infinite reality of all things. Likewise, the future concerns you not. Okay? He who looks to the future for his final perfection is chained to the past and can never get free until his mind no longer is thus engrossed with the consequences of his acts, and he recognizes me as his only guide and throws all responsibility upon me. So would Eckhart Tolle be one who has found this thing that you're referring to? Because he's always talking about the present moment. That's all there really is, and all there ever will be, and all there ever was. Ooh, I'm starting to sound like this guy now. You who are one with me are perfect now and always were perfect, knowing neither youth nor old age, birth nor death. You, the perfect, have naught to do with what has been or what is to be. You care not for anything but the eternal now. Now that's Eckhart Tolle into a T. That only concerns you, which immediately confronts you, how perfectly to express my idea here and now in the condition in which I have placed you purposely for such expression. When that has been done, why not leave it behind instead of dragging it along with you, burdening your mind and soul with consequences which are but empty shells from which you have extracted the meat? All this applies to reincarnation, to which belief many minds are fast chained. What have you, the perfect, the eternal, to do with past or future incarnations? Can the perfect add to its perfection, or the eternal come out of or return to eternity? I am and you are one with me. One is all capitals, so is the I am. And always have been and always will be. The I am of you dwells in and reincarnates in all bodies, capital A-L-L, for the one purpose of expressing my idea. Humanity is my body. In it I live, move, and have my being, expressing the glorious light of my idea through my attributes, whose celestial radiance to the human vision is bedimmed and distorted by the myriads of clouded and imperfect facets of the human intellect. I and you, who are one with me, reincarnate in humanity. Ooh, that rhymed. As the oak reincarnates in its leaves and acorns season after season, and again in the 1,000 oaks born from their thousands of acorns and their oaks, generation after generation. You say you remember your past lives, do you? Are you sure? Very well, what if you do? Just because I have permitted you a glimpse of the reality of one of my past expressions, that you might the better comprehend my meaning, which I am now expressing to you, is no assurance for me that you personally were my avenue of that expression. For do I not express through all avenues, and you with me, and are we not the life and intelligence of all expression, no matter what the character or the age or race? Authority, okay. If it pleases you to believe that you actually were that expression, it is well, and I shall cause such belief to be a benefit to you, but only to the extent of preparing you for the great realization that afterward will come. In the meantime, you are chained fast. Your personality, with its selfish desires and selfish seeking, is still bound hand and foot to the past, and looks only to the future for its deliverance, after the final wearing out of all the consequences of its acts, dominating your mind and intellect with this false belief in birth and death. That's not a false belief, sorry. And that such is your only way to final emancipation and union with me, preventing the realization of our eternal and ever constant oneness, and that you can free yourself any moment you will. For it is only the personality that is born and dies, and which it's the body. What are you talking about? And which seeks and strives to prolong its stay in the body and in earth life, and then to return to other bodies after I no longer have any use for its body. It is only to this personality that you are bound by the benefits and opinions it has engrafted on you back through the ages, during which it has kept your human mind busied with such delusions. It is only when you can rise up in the realization of your divine immortality, omnipotence, and intelligence, and can cast off all personal beliefs and opinions, that you can free yourself from this perverted relation and can assume your true position as master and king, one with me, seated upon the throne of self, all capitals, self, compelling the personality to take its proper and natural place as servant and subject, ready and willing to obey my slightest command, thereby becoming an instrument worthy of my use. All right, that's chapter 13. Chapter 14 is called Mediums and Mediators, and that too is just a page and a half long. This was about almost 2 pages. I've got a little sore in my tongue. If you could tell me I was reading funny, possibly. I don't know if you noticed or not. Must be a cold sore or something. I hate it. This is a weird book. Anyone? To anybody who recommended this to me, if you've been following, what am I missing? Because he keeps like dangling a carrot. I feel like he's dangling a carrot and he's not going to let me eat that carrot. And when was this book written? This guy died in 1938. Man, that's pretty wild to have written it that long ago. And in the 1960s, Elvis Presley was introduced to Benner's work by his guru, Larry Geller. In the last 13 years of his life, Presley gave away hundreds of copies of the book. Copy was allegedly with him on the night he died. This book. I mean, it's wild, but I don't know where this is going. And I'm curious where this is going and how exactly this is going to free me from anything, because everything he's told me so far has only made me take issue with his idea that we really don't have any free will because he controls our thoughts and actions and words and everything. And, and there is a verse in the Bible that says, apart from Christ, I can do nothing. In him we live and move and have our being. Right. But are we not free to choose? Sam Harris says we're not. Millions of people believe we don't have free will. I say nonsense. We absolutely have free will. I think it's complete and utter nonsense. Somebody just challenged me. They said, you should read Sam's book. It'll prove to you that you're wrong. And I'm like, great. What's the book? I'll buy it. I'll get it. Let me know what the book is. I'm still waiting for him to respond. Hopefully he will. But baloney. I want to read it because I'll be shocked if Sam can convince me that I don't have free will. I am 99% certain that after reading Sam's book, I'll say, this is a joke. Sam is wrong. He doesn't know what he's talking about. He's delusional. That's what I believe I'll conclude. But I'm the only one here saying, hey, I could be wrong. Maybe we don't have free will and this really is an illusion and Sam Harris is right. None of them have yet said, hey, no, actually one did. One person said, yeah, I could be wrong. Only one. Anyone else want to admit that they could be wrong and we actually do have free will and you're just wrong? Do you even consider that a possibility? I consider it a possibility. On anything, any subject. I mean, probably I don't consider it anymore for a literal eternal hell. I've long since buried that insane, stupid belief system. But other than that, yeah, I could be wrong about anything. What the hell do I know? People who think they know for certain have set themselves up to be greatly deceived. But anyway, I'll continue. I want to see where this goes. Can't wait to see where this goes. Can't wait to see where this ends. Hope it has some profound impact on me and completely changes my life. I'd love for that to happen. I hope it does. Talk to y'all later. Bye-bye.